cartoon cartoons.
And more, might do that thing. Fit and more stuff.
You're watching Established Chernobyl.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Thrillville Week 2024. So today we are taking a look at these new characters. This here is Sackboy, and this here is Tim. Hello, and this here is Raz from Psychonauts. So what are you gonna react in for today? So today we are gonna reacting to Thrillville Original Xbox Review. So anyways, here it is.
Where we talk about all things Xbox from the original to the Series X, and in today's video we're diving into Thrillville, a thrilling theme park simulation game released on November 21st, 2006
Thrillville.
for the PS2,
Still like it.
PSP, and Xbox. And it is completely backwards compatible on the Xbox Series X, where all footage is captured today. It was published by LucasArts and developed by Frontier Developments. Thrillville offers a unique experience for both kids and enthusiasts of the theme park simulation genre. This is unlike the wildly popular and one of the best games ever made, Roller Coaster Tycoon, which got an Xbox port that I'd love to talk about at some point. This was more aimed towards children, and it offers a lot more than just
children?
theme park
Still
building
like to
and
be
management.
become a newborn
It
in
allows
my
you to
own
talk to
scene,
guests
huh?
and
I
play
like
all of
my
the
very
games
own
available
neighbor on
within
the
your
computer
park.
chips.
Thrillville was an ambitious game at the time, and I recently beat it and wanted to give you a rundown on the game and how I felt about it. From personal experience, at a very young age, I was always interested and loved theme parks. I have a love for a lot of things, but up there with all of my passions are amusement parks. My local theme park was Kings Island in Ohio, and I have many incredible adventures and memories there, and grew up enjoying the many rides it had to offer. Couple this with memories of seeing my mom and dad playing the original Roller Coaster Tycoon on PC, and all I wanted to do was
Sounds
play
like
it.
fun.
And when I finally did,
Am I gonna
that
be
game
glad to
series,
make the other
especially
one
the first
too?
two, grew into
I'm
some
glad
of my
I'm
favorite
getting a
games,
lot of lunch
which
back
the
on
second
my
one
own
is one of the
time.
greatest games ever created in my mind, and I highly recommend checking it out. And it was my first experience of playing a game like this that was a simulation management game, and it really helped spur my love for theme park simulation titles. I remember hearing about Thrillville when I was younger, and how it was from Frontier who made the third Roller Coaster Tycoon entry, and I was excited. I remember following its release and eventually picking it up for, well, not the Xbox. Funny enough, I actually got it on my PSP at the time, and I loved it. I spent many hours on it as a child, and it does hold a sort of nostalgic place in my heart. But today, I want to try to experience it as something new, many years out from those first original experiences. So the big question is what makes Thrillville stand out amongst its theme parks
Some
and
definitely the
peers.
time to buy
I
a
mean, of
piece
course,
with
it
me
has
now
the
to buy
pillars
it.
of roller coasters, ride
Yeah, like
building,
you're
and
making my
overall
own
management of
Thrillville for a
profits.
ride.
But I think with Thrillville, we get a simpler version of that. It's easily accessible to kids and teens. In this, I do think we lose a lot of the creativity of a true sandbox experience, but they pump this game up with so many mini games and other odd elements to make it stand out, even if we don't get a pure theme park building experience we might get from other games in this genre. First of all, a weird element is that there is a story here. It isn't crazy substantial, but it does a good job of getting a nice through line through all the parks you unlock. In Thrillville, you have been contacted by Uncle Mortimer, who looks exactly like Dr. Brown
Hey,
from Back to the Future.
That's my
I don't
kid,
know
huh?
if they legally did this or
That's
what,
really
but
a legacy of my
it's
own.
there, and he has tasked you to help make the Thrillville parks become thriving after a soulless billionaire has a plan on dominating the theme park world with his theme park ideas. In each level, you have to do a certain amount of missions to unlock
Ooh,
the next level.
very
to
amusement
eventually
park this
defeat the rival
time.
company.
I
It
can't
might
even
ask
wait
you
to see this
make
my
a
own
coaster with
thing.
a tall drop, or
On my
adopt the kids
ordinary
and become friends with them.
world.
You might need to get a high score at the shooting range, or just make guests happy. They tried their best to give you a great dose of mission variety when it comes to things to work on, and I really appreciate that. In a lot of simulation games, I always find there's a lot of downtime where you have to sit and wait for money to roll in order to get your next goal. Here, there are a ton of goals with a solid variety to make it so your journey never dead stops in its tracks. Unfortunately, with a lot of variety though, it can mean that some things aren't as fleshed out as others. But let's break down this game into many elements. First off, let's get into the biggest thing, and that is the actual theme park building elements. So each park is split into 3 sections, each with their own theming. It's a lot of classic themes like pirates, dinosaurs, or horror. In each section, you pick from a selection of rides and coaster types to build your theme. All paths are set and cannot be
Oh boy,
exchanged or moved
this is
around.
gonna be a
And where you place
gonna be a
rides,
theme
and
time
stalls,
about
and
time,
coasters,
huh?
it's all in predetermined
Don't really
locations.
escape on this
You also
time.
do not place scenery or construct lines. And the only thing you really get to change is the color of the attractions.
Everything's
I
gone
personally
wild
love
now.
my simulations to be in depth and offer a
I
lot of
guess it
personalization.
said so, huh?
I want to feel creative, and honestly, I think this game takes a big hit when it all feels so predetermined and not all that creative. I do like, however, that at least with all of this, the roller coaster building, you can edit designs all by yourself.
Still limited
and
design my
create
own
insane
thing.
coasters. In Thrillville, they have a more relaxed approach to coaster construction over other sims. No matter what your coaster does, it will reach
Still
the
living a
end
while.
of it. There's no crashes or physics. Really, everything can be finished and there's no need of a lift hill. I won't say it's the most in-depth coaster creation, but I could see this working for kids or people who don't want to really think about physics when building a roller coaster. I honestly had a lot of fun creating insane contraptions that would kill anyone if they rode it in real life. The fact that you could ride it as well is also a fun addition to make your creation come to life. So I think the coaster building is there. I do like the variety of rides, but it would have been really nice to customize the actual layouts of these parks to make a more personal feeling over such a hand-holdy approach.
No, definitely
The
a
second
feeling.
big thing this game promoted was that you could free roam the parks and do whatever you want in them. That is something I've always wanted to do within my original Roller Coaster Tycoon games. I just want to see my park from the ground level. And here we get that experience. With this, we gain the ability to speak to guests and converse with them and
still
become
like
friends
it.
or sweethearts with them. And I'll be very honest, this part is probably the weakest element of the game. I get they are pulling from a Sims-style simulation feeling,
Still like
but
it.
it's way too simple to be enjoyable. All you have to do is find out what topics the other person likes from a broad pool of topics like food or history, and then you just go to that choice each time and you repeat it over and over until they like you. It's boring and a chore. It adds no fun to this game whatsoever. I honestly found myself skipping missions that were tied to befriending people. It was an unfleshed out portion of the game. The only enjoyment you might get is that you can one-on-one challenge these people to mini-games, and you can choose to do that over talking. I would say that is the much better choice here. Now,
Very good
into
friendship,
kind
my
of
own
the
time.
final huge element of this game, and that's
Still
the
definitely
mini
know about
games.
many games to
The
that.
variety and amount available is really surprising. You have first-person shooter levels, racing levels, rhythm games, and many, many more. One of my favorites is a gauntlet knockoff that's played top-down, and you go through levels and beat up monsters. I will say some of these mini-games are weak, but a surprising amount of them are
Ooh,
quite fun.
Cowboy
I really love that you can actually
robots.
race on
They
the
call
racetracks
it
that you build,
cowbots,
adding a
for
nice touch
sure.
of personality to the mini games.
I like that.
It's the same with the mini golf courses. I think most of the mini games are fairly fine-tuned, and I appreciate how much they put into these mini games here. I can't help to think that they focus more on the mini game elements than anything else within this game, though. Some of these games, like the side-scroller Sparkle Island, have a full beatable story within this game. You can play this game just for the mini games, like a party game with other people, and I think that adds a new dimension to the whole experience. It feels more like a game to get together with the family and play over a simulation park game. One thing that I really don't like in this game, though, is the music. It really stinks of kids' bop level music from 2006. Just very bland and boring licensed songs, and they play over and over. It's really funky, but there's a song in here that's called Suddenly I See that if I hear to this day, I get a flood of memories back of this game. Graphically, I think this game looks good too. We were on the tail end of this generation, so we were really pulling a lot of good looks out of this console. It's not realistic, but I think it has a cute...
That's pretty
cartoony
much
looking style
like
that
it on
works
my own.
well for a family game. I honestly really enjoyed my experience and beat this game in just under 6
That's
hours,
definitely like
which
it.
is perfect for this. I felt like I got a good amount of this, and once you beat it, you can go back, clean up any missions that you didn't do, and there's a solid replayability factor just off of the fact that you can go back and redesign and flesh out some of those parks you worked on earlier. In conclusion, Thrillville offers a delightful family gaming experience. While it may not reach the levels of other theme park simulators in terms of park design creativity, its mini-games, appealing visuals, and solid park creation mechanics makes it a worthwhile experience. Though I believe Roller Coaster Tycoon, also available on the original Xbox, holds the crown as the superior game by far. Thrillville
I guess
brings a
I'm gonna
refreshing
like
twist
this
to the
one on my own.
Contemporary reviews varied at the time on it, where
Very
some were more
interesting.
negative, citing that they found the game to be unentertaining, or that the mini-games were just more exciting than actual park building. But some were extremely positive, much like in this issue of the official Xbox magazine, where Thrillville received an 8 out of 10 from them, which is a little higher than what I would give it. They love the creativity of this
pretty
one
much
game, all
like
that has to
it.
offer. I honestly find myself
Ooh,
somewhere
so definitely a
close
bad
to positive,
time.
but there's still some negatives here that stop it from being a truly amazing game. On my ranking list of original Xbox games, Thrillville comes in at number 30. It offers more replayability than Ford Racing 2 in my opinion, but falls short compared to Sega GT's standout racing experience. If you enjoyed this review though, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. Comment below if you have any memories with this.
Well, we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye guys. Thanks for watching.
Well, I have to enjoy this amusement park. See you next time.
Well, I had to watch it. See you soon. Bye.